Hello and welcome to Dogstar Gaming, it's J-Dutch here. Today we're going to be having a look at Resident Evil 2 Revelations. We're going to be looking at episode 1 today. It's on the Xbox One, available to download, also available to download on the PS4 for around £4.99. There are another 3 episodes, I believe, that will be coming out every week or so. For £4.99, if you're a Resident Evil fan, I just think buy it, regardless of what you're going to think of it. For £4.99 you can try it, and then if you don't want to get the rest you don't, but at least you've had a go. It starts off with Claire and Moira, and you get a sense that they're quite close already. Moira is just starting a new job with Claire, and Claire gets called away. When she comes back, Moira has just received a message, we think from Barry, her father, and yeah, she's pissed off about something, and then the lights cut off and the building is getting stormed. The thing I liked about this that was quite different was that usually with Resident Evil you go looking for trouble, if you get what I'm saying, whereas this, the trouble has come to you. You know, you're in it looks like some sort of office party for the company, and yeah, the building gets stormed and you have no idea what is happening or why it's happening. So for me it was a nice change. I haven't played any Resident Evil since Resident Evil 5. I didn't play 6. I played the HD remake recently on the Xbox One, and I really enjoyed that again. I loved the little touches because I didn't play that on the GameCube, so it was really good for me to play that again. But once you've woken up and you have left your cell basically and reunited with Moira, you're then greeted with this beautiful scene of the hanging corpses from the ceiling. From the very start, this game starts fucking with you immediately, with sounds and certain images, and I think that the little things so far at the beginning are done quite well, and it does grip you straight away, especially with the building being stormed and then you don't know where the hell you are. So immediately the game, it grips you. And this part here with the co-op is the first chance you get to see where you actually have to work together. And yeah, also the first jump scare. So I'm not gonna lie, when that first happened, it had its true effect, because I heard something metal rolling. It dropped in the corner, and when that happened, I looked, and then when I looked back, the monster, the zombie, whatever you want to call it, the infected, it was literally jumping at me, and yeah, that really had its full effect. And I gotta say, well done for that, because yeah, that worked. Thumbs up. So like I was saying, through every door, round every corner, you feel like something will happen. Especially with Moira and her flashlight, you don't see a lot and things like that. You know, when you don't see the flashlight directly pointed at it, it's quite freaky, to be honest with you. The first 5-10 minutes of this, I was really gripped by it and I was really involved. This part is a little bit of a clue to what's happening, because you sort of get the impression that you're being watched. You definitely get the impression you're being watched and you're not alone, and things happen. So there was a previously locked door that's just unlocked by itself, and yeah, you definitely get the feeling that you're being watched. When you stumble across this body, this was the one that was hanging with the keys attached to it. And what this does is just, I think it's more of a way to show how to use the co-op correctly and what Moira's can do with the flashlight, because it's not just pointing a light so you can see things, it's pointing a light so you can find things, because the little things that you don't usually see, when the flashlight is on it, they twinkle and they glow up a lot. But with this, within about, I don't know, a couple of seconds of looking, the game had already given you a hint of where the keys are. So I didn't really think that. I thought it was a bit too easy, a bit too much like a tutorial. Well, of course, it's the beginning of the game, it's going to be like that, but I don't know, I thought that was a bit pointless. And this surprise attack, again, is something that happens quite often, really, because you get quite... I got quite used to having time and, you know, being able to wander around and look at stuff. But here, you could be looking at one thing and the next thing you know, there's someone behind you, or there's just these infected. They're all over the place and they're really angry. I don't know what's going on with them, but these are really, really angry fellas, and they're really aggressive. Some of them are slow, but most of them, they're fast and they don't hang about. They'll come straight after you. When I found this shotgun, it was like such a relief, because the handgun at the beginning, it's just... I was just praying for that shotgun to come along sooner. This part here is a bit strange, because you learn that Moira doesn't like to use firearms. And they mention something about, sorry, I forgot, da, 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 da. And apparently the producers have said that that's like a huge plot line. That's an important part of the actual story as to what happened and why she doesn't like to use firearms. I'm guessing what usually happens when people don't want to use firearms is they shoot someone by mistake. But anyway, we're going to find that out, I guess. And so then you find the crowbar with Moira, and that's her weapon for now. And as you continue a bit more, you're greeted with this, and for me, this was... I really enjoyed this. It is super scary, and you can hear lots of people around, but obviously the doors are locked, but they're electronical locks, so you know they can open at any time. We find out here about what these waistbands are, these bracelets, and they respond to fear. So the brighter it goes, so from green to orange to red is how scared someone is. But if it's red, it means you're infected. You're showing signs of being infected. So you find that out by finding a little piece of paper. And after this little section here with the cog, I realised, like, there's a lot of swearing in this game. Well, not a lot, but it's just unnecessary at times, and everyone is, especially Moira, some of the things Moira comes out with is really unnecessary. But once you've gone through there and discovered that we need to find power, as you typically always need to do in these games, you come across the first upgrade, and then the workbench, which I was really happy to see, because that was one thing I really enjoyed, was being able to upgrade your guns. And then, yeah, because the harder difficulties without upgraded guns can be so difficult. So with the upgraded guns, it gives you the want and the need to play it through again, and, you know, upgrade your guns and get better. And I think I was really happy when I stumbled across this, and it looks like there's a lot of slots there, so you can do quite a few different upgrades. That's another little look at the different type of zombies, because those flying zombies, the ones that jump at you, you don't really recognize them as being any different to the other ones at first until they start flying towards you. And things like this, you know, you just go down some stairs and then you see these fellas. You just think, okay, you guys don't see me, I'm gonna try and... No, of course that door's not going to be open, so you have to, well, I guess I did. I went at full attack mode and tried to take him out. That guy there is seriously armored, and he does not go down, as I discovered, as easily as I thought. And whether it's one or two or five or however many of these guys there are coming at you, it still has the same sort of threat level, because even when there's one, you don't know if there's going to be another one coming, because they just pop up. And I'm telling you, the first few, like half of this beginning was really good, and it really grabbed you, and every corner was scary, and there's so many sounds, and until you sort of get to this part here, which I didn't like, because they're like, oh, bugs, and they're not doing anything, they're just sort of crawling around, and then you just hit them, one hit kill many of them with one hit, and they just seem pointless. If they was to spit something, or I don't know, I just didn't like them. I thought they were pretty pointless. So when you turn on this power, you learn a couple of things. That Moira's flashlight, you can't attack people with it, the zombies with it, but you can impair them, so they do that basically, and then you're able to hit them, which I think is pretty good, because without that, when she's on her own, she's pretty not defenseless, because she's got a crowbar, but she's quite underpowered, because she is just a normal sort of average girl trying to destroy zombies with a crowbar. It's not going to be too easy. But there were bits again like this that for a second you panic, you think, oh my god, this is moving, I'm going to get crushed, but then it's very easy just to go through there and escape that way. So the difficulty levels are not very high, but the atmosphere is brilliant, and obviously turning on that power has now turned on everything. And one thing you realise is when you plug in the cog, you turn around, you realise that the power is also unlocking all of the cells, so then you get attacked by, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them, but you get to use that super amazing flamethrower that you can spin, and you can shoot most of them and burn most of them, I should say. And yeah, that is quite tense, because it happens quickly and you don't know what's going on, and they all just start chasing you in this little room. And then again, like I was saying about zombies just turning up, they just arrive, so everyone is dead, the flamethrower is shooting at the door, and then this guy out of nowhere has just arrived in the room with us, and you have a quick look around, and another one just, I don't know where he came from or what he's doing, but he wasn't interested and just fell over anyway. So once you get through there, you come to the outside, and again you get another message. With the previous message, there was something that Moira said where she said, do you think she's talking to us or at us, where it sort of gives you the impression where it might be a recording. But after this conversation, where it's more of an interaction, you definitely see that this is live and it is not a recording, and there is definitely somebody watching over you.
What do you want from us? No. Real? Hey, look! Over there! A radio tower. Maybe we can send an SOS.
When you get to the radio tower, you do feel a sort of a sense that, okay, now the game is starting, and that was just basically a warm-up, because everything happened so fast and so quick, and it taught you so much in such a short space of time, that now outside it's like a breather, and you find the first box that you have to unlock, and it just seems a little bit safer out here than it did in there, where every corner, you look like you was in trouble. And this part here I really enjoyed, because it's like Moira doesn't want to jump, and then Claire sort of just says, move, bitch, let me show you how to do this. And it just shows, that Claire is definitely looking after, sort of taking Moira under her wing, and I want to say training her up, but obviously she's not doing that. They're just surviving, really, and just teaching her and as they go, really, without even realizing, I guess. Listen to this conversation.
Also, Barry can kiss my ass. The guy bitches and moans and granny swears about everything.
So, again, Moira with her beautiful language, just giving you a little bit of an insight again into the relationship she had with Barry, because obviously she doesn't like him so much, and she keeps calling him Barry and not Dad, which is quite a big thing. This part, once we get to the radio tower, I must admit I was a little bit disappointed, because I thought, I don't know why, but I thought we would be able to play this part, and that we would actually, I don't know, climb the tower, and there would, I don't know why, but I was surprised when this turned out to be another cutscene. But it's a cutscene that I thought, like I said, it took me by surprise. So as soon as it came on, I was like, wow, what's going on now? Okay, what's happening? And you can sense now there's a lot of fear, and I want to say realism, but you feel like the characters are actually scared. Well, especially Moira anyway. But in this this scene that's coming up now with Claire, you do kind of get the sense that, you know, we're kind of screwed here now. And especially with, you know, Moira's voice over the scene, it sets it all off, really, you know.
My name is Moira Burton.
So that's it, the realization that they're actually on an island. So anyway, guys, that was my review walkthrough. I don't know what you want to call it. There was a hell of a lot of spoilers in there, but I can say just get the game. It's worth it. It's fun, and there's a raid mode on it. I'll have a look at that, show you if you want. But thanks for watching. Please like, leave a comment, subscribe, and see you again soon.